Hello everyone! Welcome back to your favorite day of the week, Monday. Cause today, or for the next days to come, we are able to play some more Skyrim. Welcome back, welcome back. I'm excited at least to be back and be able to play this game. Because I'm not really playing any games off stream at the moment. Well, that's not true. But not like single player like RPGs or anything of the sort. So I'm really happy to be back and be able to play some more. And yeah, we have made some great progress with this attempt. This is the second attempt we're on. And we have passed one of the hardest parts of the game, being the Thalmor Embassy. And we're basically just cruising through the rest of the main quests until we're gonna get to the second hardest part of the game. Maybe we'll even get there today. I don't think so, but we'll see, we'll see. I mean, I guess there are two like main, very long dungeons left. One of them is Skuldafen, the very final dungeon of the game, and the second last is, I don't remember its name, but it is a Dwemer ruin that will, of course, lead you to Blackreach, because every single Dwemer ruin leads you to Blackreach. But I'm actually quite excited to do that dungeon, because we haven't really done any Dwemer content at all. And I like the Dwemers. I like fighting machines and stuff. It's reminiscent of Morrowind, and Morrowind is nice, so that's good. But of course, we first need to listen to these two babble on about what we're gonna do in the future. In regards to the main quest, so that needs to be done. Now that I think about it, a huge time sink. Well, I say huge. I'm not sure how huge it will be. It will be just us going up and down the big mountain to High Hrothgar. Because I remember if you don't do any of the like faction quests, you will need to like broker a truce between the Stormcloaks and Imperials. And that, of course, happens in High Hrothgar.
You're probably right. Right. Well,
Okay, so now we know about a shout that can be used in order to defeat Alduin. Okay, is that it? Yes. And speaking of the Greybeard, that seems to be our next destination. So both the Throat of the World and the Horn of Jörgen Windcaller both leads us to Arngeir. What is this? Oh, this is the Thieves Guild quest. Okay, cool. Alright, so off we go. Up the steps to High Hrothgar. So we've already made this climb before, so it shouldn't be too difficult. I think enemies do respawn, so it's, you know, you have to be a bit careful. And you also have to be aware of the fact... where are we going? This direction. We have to be aware of the fact that we might get cold. We haven't died or been close to dying yet from being cold. Oh, no, that's not true. That's not true. We actually did. During this attempt, before we got to Bleakfall's Barrow, we almost died of just freezing to death, which would have been embarrassing. During my testing, I did at one point actually die to cold, and that was just pure lack of preparation on my part. So hopefully that won't happen again. So let's see. We're going to Markarth right now to get to the cart there. And that will take us to Windhelm, and from Windhelm we can very easily get to Iverstead, and from Iverstead, of course, we can make the final climb up to High Hrothgar, which hopefully should be fairly uneventful. Because eventful travels means that we're encountering enemies and events and stuff like that. Which might be dangerous, we'll see. But yeah, if I remember correctly, this next part of the main story is just us talking to a bunch of people. Oh, I hear combat music. Oh, they're coming after me. Let's go. I'm friendly. Well, I'm not, but whatever. I don't want to fight. Yeah, easy peasy. I'm not actually sure how much damage the Forsworn does to you. I mean, are the Forsworn like equivalent to just common bandits? or are they more dangerous? I'm not sure. Also, our character's a bit hungry, so let's feed them. There we go. We are now well fed. Perfect. It's a bit of a shame that the Forsworn isn't part of the main story more. I think they are like kind of an interesting faction. There isn't that much like moral ambiguity in the stories of Skyrim. I mean, there is some of it. Like the most important or well-known moral quandary, I guess, is the choice between the Stormcloaks and the Imperials. I mean, there are arguments for both sides. But another like moral quandary is like, how do you feel about the Forsworn? Because they are, if I remember correctly, I might get my lore wrong here. I'm pretty sure they're considered to be the natives of this part of the land, and that, of course, the where is the cart? Oh, there we go. That Nord took over since.
Where do you want to go?
So based on that,
Climb and back, and we'll be on.
you're kind of sympathetic to the Forsworn and their struggles, I guess. But at the same time, like the culture and the ways of the Forsworn revolves around like doing human sacrifice and stuff, which isn't super nice. So I don't know. Is it better perhaps that the Nords have taken over? Maybe. I do remember like doing the quest when you figured out the murder in Markarth and stuff like that. Like that quest was actually quite memorable, and I did enjoy it. Alright, the reason why I'm heading inside to Windhelm here is because I want to sleep, so that, well, we can regain our magic and stuff. Oh, Sev! A little bit of human sacrifice has never hurt anyone. Hi, Locust, thank you so much for tuning in. I mean, no one alive will suffer from human sacrifice. So you might have a point there, Hi, Locust. You might have a point there. But thank you so much for tuning in. How has your weekend been, my guy? Good evening. Hello. Let's restock on some food. That's probably fine.
Sure thing. It's yours.
And hi, Locust. Do you have a preference when it comes to the Forsworn? Like, do you think any of the factions should be in control? Let's just sleep for like 4 hours, perhaps. It flew by. Okay, does that mean that you had some cool activities that you did?
Let's be done here.
You know, I don't remember the first one really. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, they are basically just part of a side quest in this game. So technically, they are missable if you're just focusing on the main story.
This one's
I'm just gonna stand here next to the fire just to warm up a little bit. That's probably good enough. Let's go. I mean, I guess the weekend flew by for me as well. I'm not sure if I like did anything fun per se. I mean, they are all like the normal things I have planned for the weekend. Like I have a weekly like Dungeons and Dragons session. That's really fun. But I do remember being tossed around quite a lot between different activity or different bookings. Fart of the evening to ya, Eno. Welcome, thank you so much for tuning in. Man, I kind of want to like get a fart sound to play when you enter, just so that we can have the full Eno experience as you're entering the chat. I visited family on Saturday and tried Soulframe on Sunday. Soulframe? Wait, Soulframe. Is that the fantasy version of Warframe? The like I'm not sure how to describe that game. Like the ninja MMO action game where you like basically loot a bunch of suits and stuff. Like I haven't really played that game myself, but I've heard good things. I had a terrible weekend. Okay. Not a great start, which I blissfully forgot thanks to extreme exhaustion. Okay. So it sounds to me that you had a lot going on as well, but maybe not all of them are positive. Yes, it is from the creators of Warframe. Okay, okay. Have you played Warframe yourself, Ilocus? Because again, like I'm aware of the game. I have seen gameplay from the game, and I think I might have played like shit. Okay, enemies do respawn. Oh man, I was a bit careful. Well, not careful there. No, Warframe never appealed to me, so I can't compare. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. But hopefully this Soulframe game was good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen some gameplay of it as well, like maybe like a demo or something. Because I remember that the combat is looking to be a bit different. I remember Warframe being like quite fast-paced, whereas this game is more. I don't want to say like Souls-like. Oh, I summoned the wrong thing. Seven, I was just thinking how crazy your CV looks to someone who you just met. Well, that depends on what I put on my CV, but I guess what you were imagining, you know, is me like putting on like physicist, or at least studied physics, credit risk modeler, streamer, wrestler, and I guess I've done labor work as what's it called oh now the name is escaping me. Is it called like when you work at like a storage building, storage worker? I'm not sure. And yeah, if you put all of those things together, I guess that's a bit strange. You know, I did when I did look for jobs before I got the job I have now, I did put a streamer on my like professional CV, and it was actually quite a good idea to do that because it really stood out and made people like question it. Like, what the hell does Twitch streaming means? But I think that was a good thing actually. Maybe it's not like relevant to the position I hold, but it's a fun thing to talk about. Soulframe isn't bad, but it's really a bit early to really play the game. There isn't a lot of content yet. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. When it comes to like these like sort of grindy multiplayer games, I'm not sure if Soulframe is a grindy multiplayer game. So I tend to tune out. There are some exceptions, such as I guess I mentioned before, like World of Warcraft is a game I played a lot, and that's very grindy. And currently I am playing some Darktide, given that a new class recently dropped. But usually it's a single player experience for me. Current occupation: I break people. Yeah. Well, that's a bit of a strange one. Like okay. You guys will be the judge here. If I put me being a pro wrestler on my CV, would that be a good thing? Cause like chances are that thing is gonna be standing out a bit, and people will probably question it. And then I probably like need to show like what I do, or I don't need to, but I might be pressured into like show what I do in the wrestling ring. And then, you know, a potential employer will see me with, you know, the face paint. And from the last match, they might see blood of both me and my opponent. I don't know, like, that might not be a person you want to hire. Depending, of course, on the job. If I'm gonna be like a hitman, like, maybe that's a good thing. It's a thing you did. Take pride in it. I'm not saying that's a very good way to look at it, you know. I really appreciate that. And I'm not necessarily saying I'm not taking pride in it. I'm just saying, like, maybe that's not the thing I want to, like, advertise myself as. But I'm not sure. Like, I haven't really... Are you not hostile? Wait, why are you not hostile? You are hostile. I have no idea what's happening there. I'm just gonna move on. Do you want them to find out right away or a later time? They will find out anyways. That is true. That is true. Okay, so all the enemies on the path have respawned, but that's fine. We did scale the mountain quite quickly last time. The thing is, would your potential employer rather find out? Oh yeah, so yeah, you're basically saying what Hyloka said, and you're both right. You were very right on that point. Like if they do have an issue with me being a wrestler or a streamer or whatever, then yeah, it's probably better to like put that up front. If I... Are these guys dead? Wait a second. Are you friendly? What kind of mega shed is this? Killed 2 saber cats by himself, it seems like. Okay, I'm just gonna move past. Alright. Yeah, so you're both very right. In fact, a little fun tidbit here. When I applied for the job I currently have, I noticed, or rather, like a coworker told me afterwards that my boss had actually watched my stream, like prior to the interview and stuff, because I did like put up the link to my stream in my CV, and if I remember correctly, he tuned in during the Subnautica stream. I might be wrong on that. But from the perspective of an employer, that's probably quite nice. Cause then you get to like see your potential employee in a like another environment. Cause in a like a job interview, you as like a potential employee, you definitely want to like make yourself look as good as possible. I guess I kind of want to do that in a stream as well, but it's a bit of a different context. So yeah, the employer would get like another perspective, I guess, on the potential employee, which is quite interesting. Streamer, wrestler, stressler, Vreemer, stressler, like yeah, it rolls off the tongue quite nicely, but it sounds like I'm in the business of like causing stress. Which might be good. I don't know. Okay, this is the right path. There we go. Yeah, so we are quickly making progress towards Iverstead. And whilst there, I might actually sleep because it's raining at the moment, which I think will make us become colder a bit quicker. I'm not sure. And it's also like in the evening, so yeah, it's probably best to just take a little nap once we get there, and then move on. If we're lucky, there's even a... Oh, here we have some wolves. If we're lucky, there's also a merchant in Iverstead, but I don't think there is. I probably should have seen a merchant at this point. I don't need to wait. We can just move on. Okay, we are peckish, so let's go. But the one downside of having like all of these hobbies that you could put on a resume is that it might show that the potential employer or employee rather is like distracted with a bunch of things. For instance, let's say that this stream right here right now is like super huge, like has like thousands of viewers and thousands of subs, like all that jazz. Wouldn't like the employer be a bit concerned that, well, his or her potential employee spends so much time on social media and is currently on the way of building their like personal, I guess, brand or perhaps business? Because I know for a fact that you as an employee having your own like side business, like maybe you're like into knitting, or maybe you're like doing arts and like selling stuff online, that's something that could be looked poorly upon if it takes up too much of your time, so to say. Like maybe that's a distraction from the actual work you're doing. So I guess there are upsides and downsides, and when it comes to wrestling, and this is also true with like any sport or athletic activity, there's also, you know, the risk of actually hurting yourself as you're doing that thing. I mean, you might just be a football player, and playing football, that's totally fine, that's totally normal. But you know, you still run the risk of actually, being hurt. And if you're doing like physical labor as a living, now that's you just out of work for a little while. As long as you don't wrestle during company time, I think you'll be fine. Oh man, could you imagine? Oh, that would be so much fun. Me just grabbing an employee, like a colleague, and just throw him in on top of the computers or whatever. Oh, that would be so much fun. I wouldn't work for them anyways in these conditions. Fair point. Yeah, that's a very good point actually, come to think of it. I mean, playing video games, like if any like potential employer would be like, okay, we don't like you playing video games because it might distract you from your duties, then I would like, I would definitely turn down that job, because playing video games is like out of all hobbies I have, like video games is probably my one favorite thing. I've played video games since forever. Like I'm basically working so that I'm able to play video games, right? And if the work itself prohibits me from playing video games, like, then what's the point? That would give a boss battle a new meaning. Oh yeah. Imagine me coming up to my boss and be like, let's have some salary negotiations. You know what I can do? I made a guy bleed this weekend. Oh man. Okay, we're not dealing a lot of damage to this troll. I probably need to assist here. There we go. Very fun to think about. I did actually think about like having a wrestling show as like a job activity, like something to do with work, outside of work, so to say. Because I know that there are like certain wrestling companies that do provide this experience, but I don't think wrestling would go over that well with my colleagues. I mean, wrestling overall is a very niche hobby. So it might not be properly understood, and the violence might be a bit too much. I mean, just this, well, what was it, last week, not this weekend, but the weekend before, when people were bleeding in the ring. I mean, some people were not prepared for that, and they were a bit shocked. Alright, so let's quickly order a bed, and we'll also buy some more food, just because. And let's rent a room.
Sure thing. I'll show you to your room.
Okay, so let's leave for like 12 hours, which should make us enter the new day during daytime, and hopefully the cold won't be too bad.
Right this way.
We are now well rested. Let's eat some breakfast. This is probably fine. Oh, I'm noticing that my inventory is basically full at the moment. I need to find some time to unload some items. I could have done that in Windhelm. Didn't think about it then. I will probably forget it again later as well. Alright. There is a guy here that we took a quest from earlier. This thing. So let's see if we can find him somewhere around here. Yes, he is in this direction. I'm not even sure what the reward will be, but he's right here.
Good to see. Quite a anyway, much appreciated.
700 gold.
Here,
Good enough.
Take this for your troubles.
Cool. And upwards we go. This is like quite a beautiful area. If this was real life, I'm pretty sure this climb right here would be a very popular like hiking trail. speaking of which, what do you guys feel about hiking? Me personally, I kind of don't get it. I mean, I do enjoy going for a walk, absolutely. But I know that some people takes hiking to like to the next level. Like at some point, it's not just a walk in nature. It's like a whole ordeal. For instance, I know many people who like travel abroad with the intent of like climbing up a mountain or whatever, or just going on like some trail, and that to me is a bit extreme. Like why take a walk in another nation if you can just take a walk like outside your door? Like what's the appeal? What's the appeal of going to like a certain trail or a certain country or a certain mountain? I've done the ordeal part several times. Okay, but then you're probably able to tell me, Hylokus, like what's the difference between just taking a walk and like going hiking? And I mean like properly hiking now. Like you like get your outdoorsy clothes, your proper boots, a bag full of like water and maybe some snacks. And if you're like really hardcore, you might even bring a tent or something like that. And for me, like now we're just taking walking and turn it to an extreme sport that I might personally not be. It might not appeal to me personally. I mean, I guess I could see like you could do it for the view. That I could completely understand. Because if I'm just gonna take a walk, for instance, just outside my door, what will I see? Just buildings, roads, like stuff like that. There aren't mountains where I live. Okay, so maybe that was it then. And if you want to go high into the mountains, you might need a tent to sleep there. Okay. Well, that makes sense then. So, and correct me if I'm wrong here. So the appeal here isn't necessarily the walk itself, but rather the location. So you're able to like see and experience a mountain in real life. And that I can absolutely understand. Okay, there's an ice wolf here. So we need to be a bit more careful with ice wolves compared to regular wolves. So I'm just gonna take my time to kill it. And we're getting some levels as well in archery, which is nice. Perfect. As long as we're not like finding any saber cats, I think we'll be good. The reason why saber cats are a bit more dangerous is the fact that they're a bit quick. So if they take you unawares, you will probably get slaughtered. I'm not sure if it's actually worth collecting these tablets, but whatever. I'm going past them, so I might as well. If I remember correctly, we did get all the tablets the last time we went up this mountain, but I don't remember the actual bonus that you get. Alright, so yeah, we are on our way. Yes, exactly. It's about seeing sights I wouldn't usually see. Okay, fair enough. That I could completely understand and be on board on. Alright, very nice. Speaking of like extreme hobbies, would you say that you have an extreme hobby? I mean, I know that you know have started with cubing, and like it's not extreme in the sense that it's, you know, physically demanding. I mean, I guess it is like if you're doing it on a top level, but it is extreme, I guess, in the sense that you're doing like mental work that most people wouldn't do. That's extreme. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. It's maybe not extreme. That might not be the best way to describe it. Maybe like niche or like odd, different. I don't know. Okay, so even this thing has respawned, unfortunately. Let's see how much damage we'll do with a stealth attack. Basically nothing. Right. But we are getting some cool levels in some relevant skills, which is great. The frost troll regeneration is so quick that the damage we dealt on our stealth attack is already mitigated. Okay, I don't want you to back away, Flamey. Dude, Flamey, I want you to be in front of me, not the other way around. Why is my flame Atronach just running backwards? There you go. This is like the distance I want between me and my opponent. And I'm also just gonna resummon her just to be safe. Okay, show yourself. Okay, we're dealing some damage. Good, good. I wonder where Children is. He should be here helping us. Okay, the fact that we're able to stagger him is really nice. Can my flame Atronach stop moving backwards, please? I mean, I guess her strategy is the same as mine. We're using a range advantage in order to, well, get an advantage. There we go. And cubes are easy. The real shit is hiding the cost from the wife. Now that could be like a proper extreme sport for sure. but kill stealing, yeah. I might not be fighting honorably, but I am surviving. That's the important part. But what is the actual cost of cubing? I mean, once you have one of each cube, you're basically done, right? But at the same time, that's easy to say. Like you could make that argument about basically any hobby ever, right? Let's say you're playing Warhammer. Like once you have your one army, aren't you done? Well, it's not that simple. like spending money on the hobby is sometimes part of the hobby itself. I've actually heard like some of my friends who are into like golfing, they're like buying clubs and stuff. Like that's like half the enjoyable experience. Like yeah, getting proper like clubs and balls, like that kind of stuff. No, hell no. It's like buying a, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, Dacia, and saying what do I need a Ferrari for? I've got a car. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I completely understand. I mean, I am definitely guilty of doing the same thing with basically all of my hobbies. It's the same with like computer gaming as well. Like if you have a computer that can run your games, aren't you done? Well, no, you also want a computer that can run your games well. And then all of a sudden, like getting a computer that in itself can become a hobby or part of the hobby. My most expensive cube is the GAN 11M Pro, and at the time it was 60 euro. 60 euro. And it's still a 3x3, right? Hey, hi guys, Evil Troy, hello! Welcome, how are you doing? How was your weekend? And how was the streaming life going for you? Okay, we just made it back. And unfortunately, like, nothing truly important is happening here in High Hrothgar. Well, is this the part where you find... I might actually be lying here. This might be the part where you find Parthenax. Doing good, thanks for asking. Yeah, of course. I want the latest Jan 16 Maglev UV, and I don't know what all of those things mean. 85 euros as it stands. And we're talking about cubes, Rubik's cubes, Evil Troy. And Eno is, well, Eno, I want you to like justify the prices here. Like, what is it about his cubes that makes them cost so much? Yeah, exactly what Hyloka said. And you have different cubes with different brands and specs. Well, streaming life has been difficult. Oh, I have a lot of small problems that combine into big one. Streaming wise, is it like of a technical nature or something else?
You've retrieved the horn of
Well
done. You have now passed all
okay.
the trials.
Hey bro, is that the first playthrough? Get to mindset. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's not my first playthrough, unfortunately. I am doing a challenge run where I try to get through the game Deathless. This is our second attempt. Cause we died during our first attempt in the Thalmor embassy. So I'm hoping that this attempt could be the one. But thank you so much for tuning in and checking out the stream. I truly appreciate it. And if you have any tips or like strategies that I could utilize in this run, I would very much appreciate it. Like one of the things that made us survive this time around, or at least gave us an edge, was using potions in the Thalmor embassy to great effect. It's very adjustable, and the engineering allows for very fast and stable moves. Okay, technical and hardware related. Oh, this is interesting. Good luck, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm not like a Skyrim expert of any kind, right? So I'm just using the strategy that I myself consider to be good, which, interestingly enough, have led me to the stealth archer playstyle. It is not the playstyle I usually play when I play like casually. But you know, it's popular for a reason, I suppose. But Evil Troy, what does that mean? Technical and hardware related? Like, is it like you need a better rig, like better mic? Like, what's going on? I never finished Skyrim, but I have so many characters. I think that's a similar situation for many people. Like creating a character, doing like a bunch of side content, and just never like just finishing the main story. That's actually very similar to my experience of Starfield. But I did actually finish the main story not too long ago. But I took a long break between just creating my Starfield character, just messing around in the game, and then not finishing in the game. Of course, the game itself has its problems. So that's also part of the reason why I didn't finish it initially. I would like to say go full stealth and archer and poison. Okay. There was one user that also mentioned poison, Ghetto. That's a fun name to say, Ghetto. And I did at one point load up my my inventory with. Oh, my game crashed, I think. Yeah, my game crashed. Sorry about that. And it doesn't seem to want to properly crash, so I need to just... Or did it crash? No, it did not crash. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm not sure what happened there. But yeah, I did use a paralyzation poison at one point, but I never got an opportunity to actually use it. But maybe there's like a poison recipe that can help me deal like additional damage. That would be quite good. My damage output is not the best, but the good thing about being a stealth archer is that you can just stay out of combat and just still dish out damage. Yeah, maybe there is like something we can do with like damage poisons that I haven't really thought about. But that also means that you need to like go out of your way to get the ingredients and stuff. Maybe that's not too bad, depending on the thing. So one of my problems is that my CPU is slowly giving up. Aha. Another one is that my stream around the 1 hour mark just disconnects for a couple of seconds. Huh. Now that's strange.
Sky above, voice within.
That could be a Twitch issue, I guess. Okay, so now we're gonna learn about the shout to defeat Alduin, and it can only be taught to us from Parthenax, I do believe. Okay, something is... Okay, I think I'm accidentally tabbing out of Skyrim, and that's the reason why I'm under the impression that the game is crashing.
Only Parthenax.
Yes, okay, so now we're definitely speaking to Parthenax, okay.
You weren't, but thanks to he lives, he speaks to us only those whose voice is strong can find the
There we go.
We will teach you a shout to open the way to Parthenax.
You can actually die on the road up to Parthenax, and not only from from the enemies you'll face. Because if I remember correctly, you face ice wraiths. But they're quite easily killed. The real danger is being stupid, and I am I can quite often be stupid. So dying from the weather is a thing, and because there's like a storm that actually deals damage to you, that you need to shout away. A pretty decent speed cube is around €30. And when you say speed cube, I'm assuming this cube is specifically designed to like be manipulated quickly. It's around €30. My biggest is the 9x9, costs €100, and a 16x16 costs 400, and yeah, it just increases. But at least it comes with a solid carrying case. Well, you definitely don't want your very expensive what's it called? Your purchase to not work or be unprotected. Sorry. But Ghetto, if you're still around, like, I was about to ask, like, what kind of poison are you thinking about here? Stealth is great if you need to be sure that all the fights would be started under your control and stay away. You will most likely be far away from being damaged. Yes, that is the primary reason why I want to be a stealth archer. But Random Dragon can ruin the flawless playthrough of mid and latest part of the game. You're only really facing dragons in... Like, okay, let me see if I can remember here. You're facing the first dragon outside of Whiterun, but that's basically a free fight, because you have a lot of friends. And then you fight a dragon outside of Kingsgrove. And to be fair, we did get hit by one, like, ice breath attack, and it did do a lot of damage. So that is very true. But other than that, I'm pretty sure the only dragon you actually face, or need to kill, I should say, you face a lot of dragons, is the ones in Skullduffen. And I don't think you need to kill them either per se, but they are in your way, so there is that. And I agree, like, dragons are a bit tricky, because they can always, like, fly around, right? And you're not really sure... like, you can't just keep them in one area. I guess that's the main issue. So in regards to your comment regarding control, you don't really have control against dragons. And in Skullduffen you face two at once, and that's very dangerous. Sure, not a heat issue. I mean, I still use the 3rd gen i7 and DDR3 RAM, and they still work fine. Yeah, that could be too. My very first computer that I used did have lots of heating issues. Okay, so now we got to clear sky shouts. There we go. And now we can make progress to talk to Parthenax. I would very, very much like for Teldrin to assist me on this little journey here. So let's see if we can, like, make him appear. He usually, like, turns up if you're, like, switching from area to area. So let's see if we can find him. Or maybe we need to, like, sleep or something. I mean, we could do this just by ourselves as well, but that's a bit risky. Oh, where are you, my guy? Hopefully you're not dead. That would be super awkward. But followers tend to not die, right? They just go down on their knees and just wait for a couple of seconds before they start fighting again. Rubik's branded cubes are not speed cubes. They're made for beginners. They're slow, they're grindy, but they're solid granite. And they're the Nokia 3310 of cubing. Would a Nokia phone be like a beginner phone for for people who are just getting a cell phone? I mean, when I was young, maybe that would be the case, but now I feel like a Nokia phone is basically just a museum piece more than anything. I'm looking for a bed at the moment because I want to spend time to make Teldrin appear. Yeah, here we go. You know, maybe we can actually sleep until daytime so it's a bit warmer. Because we're playing on survival mode, meaning that cold is a thing you need to consider. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be cold on our way up to... Oh, I just waited until nighttime, basically. But Teldrin is still not here. Okay, now I'm getting a bit worried. I guess we'll have to do this without him. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fine. Because we only need to fight the frost wraiths. But yeah, I would very much like him to be here to help us out. Oh well, I guess we'll use what we have. They have a decent attempt at making a speed cube recently, even though it's just a rebrand of a Swift cube, which is a low-cost subsidiary of GAN cube, the most expensive cubing brand there is. I mean, I'm not into Rubik's cubes, so I'm definitely out of my elements here. But I'm quite surprised that there are so many like nuances and stuff when it comes to making cubes. Okay, this is the path we need to take. All right, here we go. Often we joke that GAN cubes are the iPhones of the cubing world. Stupidly expensive, but yeah, they perform. Alright. I'm gonna save the hot cabbage soup in case we need it, but I'm gonna eat that thing. Okay, let's get going. Yeah, unfortunately, we are on our own here. 400, hello! Thank you so much for tuning in. You should use the Nether's follower framework. You could use it to summon your follower to you if you made them wait. Oh, that would be so good. That would definitely solve my issue. But that's a mod, right? And I am playing, at least for now, I'm playing modless. You have no idea, and neither did I. But I jumped in the deep end with cubing. Sometimes that's a very enjoyable part of the hobby. Just figure out what things there are you can do and spend money on. Huh. It sounded like my character took some damage there. I'm not sure. And I love it. I always carry at least 1 or 2 cubes with me. Now that could be a good party trick, come to think of it. Just when there's like an awkward silence in a conversation, just pull out the Rubik's cube and be like, how fast do you think I can solve this? Yeah, but you know, given the fact that you're the kind of person with a Rubik's cube in your pocket, they're probably gonna say quite quickly. Alright, so we have our first enemy here. There we go. Thank you so much, Eno, for banning that bot. Okay. So I said that ice wraiths. Okay. Ice wraiths are not that dangerous, but they're kind of annoying given that they're hard to see, so they definitely can like sneak up on you. Let's create some distance between us and it. And very hard to hit with a bow as well. Oh, it's stuck. Like I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to be aiming. Okay, this might actually be more tricky than I initially thought. I went on a date with this girl who was super into Rubik's cubes, and we were talking about our hobbies, and she pulled one out and solved it in like 10 seconds. You just met the female version of Eno. Years earlier, I spent a lot of time in Skyrim creating rebalanced mods and creating all sort of fun silly spells. Oh, nice! Due to the leveling system, at some point after level 14 to 16, enemies can become noticeably stronger. And yes, we have talked a bit about the leveling system during this playthrough. And there are, I would consider this to be sort of negative, but yeah. Can be noticeably stronger and could surprise you and cause significant damage in a short time. Yes. Like, if you're just used to fighting... Okay, we have another one. If you're just used to fighting normal, like, bandits and stuff, you can definitely be surprised when, like, a bandit marauder or a bandit outlaw just shows up. And Communist Meagle, thank you so much for tuning in. How's it going? Hello, hello. How was your weekend? I was enamored and asked her if she wanted to skip the dating and wanted to get married. Oh man! Okay, my flame Atronak is not being helpful at the moment. Just jumping down. Okay, let's okay, there we go. Again, I'm not entirely sure where to aim. Like, when does an iterate start? Like, its body. I feel I'm gonna waste a lot of arrows during this climb. Again, if Teldrin was with us, that would be so much better. Okay, luckily for us, this one is stuck down here, so it should be easily killed. Yeah, there we go. But I can. I'm not that good. I'm managing around 30 seconds. I'm too old to learn. I assume that's a technique, but I can still blind solve at least 50 rotations. You can blind solve. Oh, I guess that means you're like remembering the pattern and then just doing things. Because I was thinking like you're solving a completely new Rubik's Cube blindfolded, and that sounds impossible to me. In Oblivion, I made a fireball spell that was 250 feet AoE and did 180 damage. I could only use it once, and it just kept obliterating the Adoring Fan. Named it the Forbidden Sun. Now, that's a really fun part about Oblivion and Morrowind. The fact that you can create your own spells. Like, you can create some super absurd spell effects. But the more crazy effects are, of course, locked behind just a magic cost, as you put it. Like, you could only cast that spell once. But I remember, like, when I was very young, I did, for some reason, very much enjoy playing around with just... Detected. Where? Okay. I did play around a lot with God mode, and then you just get infinite magicka, and you can cast basically any spell you would ever want. It's funny when some crazy bandit outlaw who's wearing rags... Oh, there's another one, I see it. And fur just one-shots you and chop your head off with a steel battle. It's like, bro, I was just slaying dragons, what the fuck? Yes, and I agree with this point. I would personally prefer it if, let's say, bandits. It's only like an issue for you, like for the early parts of the game. Say from level 1 to 10, just to put out some numbers. And I am personally totally fine with me out-leveling the dangerous enemies in a certain area. Because as you said, Ghetto, like, I'm a dragonborn, I'm slaying dragons. Like, at some point, I definitely should be stronger than just the common bandit. Okay, let's do what we can. Now, fighting these guys, I've ranted about this or yapped about this quite a lot already, but yeah, it's a bit more difficult than I thought. I mean, they are basically invisible. Okay, let's summon another one of these guys. Hitting the console and changing my magic out to 300,000. Yeah, there you go. And you can craft so many like fun spells that could definitely make use of that magica pool. Hence, Skyrim sucks. I don't think Skyrim sucks, but I do think that some other Elder Scrolls games, specifically Morrowind, I guess, does leveling or at least level scaling a bit better. But I do think Skyrim still holds up super well in other areas, and sometimes even outperforms the other Elder Scrolls games. For instance, one thing I really like about Skyrim is the perk system when you level up. I actually much prefer that to the very unintuitive system of Morrowind. Even, I mean, you can of course learn it in Morrowind and be totally fine, but it's a bit odd to like min-max a Morrowind character At least when you're new to the game. Of course, as I said, you can learn everything. I do think Skyrim is a bit more intuitive and approachable. So yeah, there are pros and cons, definitely. One thing with Skyrim that always irks me was the disrespect you deal with within Skyrim from most guards. In Morrowind and Oblivion, all I hear is, "Oh my gosh, it's you! I'm so excited you're talking to me." And then in Skyrim, it's like, "You smell like a wet dog." And that is true. That is true. They're not like properly acknowledging the fact that you're literally shouting in order to do all manner of wondrous things. However, if you're not happy with people calling you names and stuff, then Morrowind is definitely gonna irk you, because basically any Dunmer will call you something like a stupid outlander, basically. But until you get your personality scores leveled up. I personally love Morrowind but still Skyrim is a very good game. Yes, I agree. Like, for me personally, Oblivion is my favorite Elder Scrolls game. But I like every Elder Scrolls game. I think all of them are good. And in fact, like this streaming series, I guess, is sort of like a homage or like a tribute to the Elder Scrolls games, because we have played all of them with this exact rule set. And it's been great. It's been super lovely. You're my new friend, and yes, Eno is one who definitely likes Morrowind, and I've learned a lot from Eno, just getting tips from here and there. And was together strong. Some lore about me is my dad and me got Morrowind, and that's the game that helped me learn to read. Oh, that's so cool to hear. Sieve does a playthrough of Daggerfall Unity. I have never played Daggerfall ever in my life. And Unity, that's the modded version, right? Because I did remember looking at like a video of modded Daggerfall not too long ago, and it still looked a bit like it looked like an old game. Like, don't get me wrong, but it looked better than you would probably otherwise expect. I mean, I would be down to try out Daggerfall. Okay, we have made it to the top. Okay, we were. This is a very cool moment in Skyrim, I will say though. This I really like. What? Partenax is a dragon?
Who are you? What brings you? Yeah, it has been.
I am Duvahkin.
Tell me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go through the dialogue quite quickly. But yeah, this is where you realize how the Greybeards have gotten to know about the Thuum and stuff like that, and you learn also like what it took to take down Alduin back in the day. At least you get an insight into it. And this is where you get Dragonrend, right? And this is such a good shout when it comes to fighting dragons. Punch him! I'm not gonna punch him, man. Partenax is the one being that does not deserve to be punched. In my Morrowind, I can create potions that boost my speed and strength up to 5,000 or more. I've done something similar by just drinking lots and lots and lots of Sujama. Not to 5,000 strength. I think when I did it during this stream, or... Oh, now we only got fire breath. Okay, that's not the thing we wanted. That's the engine that helps it run better and not have all the mistakes. Okay, the old game did some random generation of the dungeons. You can lead to hunting down items that are stuck behind walls. Oh yeah, if I remember correctly, like most of Daggerfall is randomly generated, right? When it comes to like quests and dungeons and stuff. Like, for instance, if you're going to the Fighters Guild and get a quest in Daggerfall, the quest itself is not part of like a faction quest line, but it's rather just a random quest that's gonna be generated for you. Like, for instance, like go and kill a rat in this person's house or something. He is good for fatigue regen. Oh, I wear Vivek's souls as shoes. Oh, that's cool. No, that's cool. I might be a psychopath, but I would capture evil people's souls in black soul gems and just keep them in a drawer. Now that's some punishment right there. Well, that depends. How does it feel to be part of a black soul gem? Like, are you, given that your soul is captured there, like, are you aware of what's happening, or have you just been reduced to like soul sludge or whatever?
For you. Need. Yeah. But why? Kosti. Do you have no better reason for acting? And there's I'll do. And but you,
One thing
do you know
I would like
I live here?
Elder Scrolls to do better, and this is a criticism of all the Elder Scrolls games, not Skyrim specifically, but I would like choices and dialogue to matter more. As you're noticing right now, I'm just clicking through the dialogue, and it doesn't really matter what I do. Like I will always lead to the same conclusion, or partners rather will lead to the same conclusion. I mean, to be fair, like Skyrim or Elder Scrolls isn't that kind of game where you make choices and stuff like that. But I do think that it could be a cool addition to the main story.
You are likely better. Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin.
Okay, so I think we got everything we got from there. Yeah, all right. So now we just need to.
Speak.
I don't want to speak to you anymore.
Listen.
Okay, so I guess we're done here. There's a book that tells the story of a kid who summoned a Daedra and described the feeling of being soul trapped. Oh, really? That's interesting. I love that 20 more years after the release, you can find new Morrowind memes from time to time. I mean, the people who are into Morrowind, they are super into Morrowind. And I mean, to this day, for instance, people are still modding that game to create new cool experiences, and it speaks to the quality of that game for sure. Okay, let's see. How can we get down without dying from fall damage? That's basically the issue we're trying to solve right now. And hopefully, now that we're getting down, we will be able to reconnect with Teldrin. Okay, I'm just gonna slowly just descend here and hopefully not die. I like Brazilian Argonian Nerevar. Now that's a meme I'm not aware of. I do like the idea of an Argonian Nerevar just in general, because Argonians are not treated well in Dunmer society in general. So of course that's something Vivek would probably be a bit intrigued by, like the fact that Nerevar is reborn in the body of an Argonian. Okay, so we made it all the way up to Parthenax. We have obtained some of his wisdom, but we need more. More specifically, we need an Elder Scroll in order to learn the shout that defeated Alduin all the way back. And that particular scroll, it's deep, very deep inside a dungeon. And why can't I speak to you? Wait, why can't I just phase through you? What's going on here? Hello? The latest mod that I came out that I've installed makes the Suran and Sodit Mora a slave market work as actual. Well, they do what they say on the tin. But can't you buy slave technically in the original game as well? I'm not sure, like I've only bought slaves in Morrowind in order to free them for the there's a faction that's anti-slaves. But maybe, so what does that mod actually do? My first ever character in Morrowind was an Argonian named Professor Pee Pee Poo Poo. Now I hear and see that you're a man of culture there for 0 and making a very immersive playthrough. There's not sure there isn't a mod for everything at this point. Yeah, one of my favorite mods make people hate me more and deliver some new insults. And why is that your one of your favorites, I wonder? I like watching Mickey D play Christian mods for Morrowind and Oblivion. What? Now that sounds hilarious. What does that even mean? Christian mods. What? I assume that's something to do with like the deities in the game. I have no idea. Only part of the sign-up camp Neverwin quest line. Now you can actually buy a person as a slave. Huh. Mickey D is awesome. He's on YouTube. Yeah, I've actually seen some of his videos. And yeah, most of the stuff I've seen, I think everything I've seen is very enjoyable. Christian mod sounds a little too crazy. Yeah. It depending on how they're made, I guess. I mean, they could be just made as just as a meme, like as a joke. But maybe it could also be made by you know, actual Christians trying to I don't know, change the game to some extent. Either way, it sounds completely crazy, and I definitely want to check that out. Can I link it? Yeah, go ahead. I was a voice in a meaner NPCs. Oh, and one dialogue I loved recording was, "Here, take this dagger and kill yourself." What? Wait, does that mean that when Eno has played that mod, he has actually heard you insulting him? But okay, but I must admit, I'm a bit confused. Like, why would you want meaner insults in your game? Like, what is the what kind of enjoyment are you getting? It might be a different mod. Okay. Oh, this is a Stormcloak camp, isn't it? I remember I got a tip when it comes to these camps that you can like find like potions here, and that like basically free to take. Yeah, let's see. Look at this. Hello. What kind of valuables? Oh, here we go. Yeah. For some reason, everything is free. This is. Oh, you're just injured. Okay, these things are considered to be stolen for some reason. All right, cool. Where are we? Oh, I went down on this side. That was not really my intention. All right, let's head on westward so that we can get to Whiterun and get to a cart. I guess I was just following the quest mark and not really thinking. It makes life harder in Morrowind, and that's what I'm all about. I mean, that I can understand. I mean, technically, I am playing a challenge right now that's emphasized, or rather, makes the game a bit harder. And I do that for my own enjoyment. You can sleep in their beds and take potions because you're neutral. Okay. Well, that's nice. I mean, potions are great. Keep us from dying. All right, so I think I'm gonna go inside Whiterun actually and visit some merchants, because I do want to sell some stuff before we get to the next dungeon. The next dungeon, by the way, it's gonna be super long. It's gonna start as a Dwemer Ruin dungeon, but then eventually we're gonna get to Black Reach, which technically still is a Dwemer Ruin. But after that, yeah, we need to be in Black Reach for a little while, and then we're gonna get to the actual Elder Scroll. So we're gonna fight both Dwemers and Falmers. And everything, as you might expect, on Legendary difficulty is super dangerous. So we need to be careful. And ideally, we would get Tildrin to join us again, so that we have some help. You remember the dreams that Deathless sends you? Yes. All that wall of text when you woke up, yes. There's a mod that actually makes you play... Oh! Play out the stream, super creepy. That sounds awesome! Wait, that sounds really cool! Wait, what the hell? Yeah, that sounds amazing, what? I mean, the Dreamers and the Dreams is one of like the more intriguing parts of Deathless and just the general story of Morrowind. Oh, that sounds super cool. If there is like a YouTube clip where you could like watch one of those dreams, I would be super interesting to see. Like not all of the dreams, but maybe like one dream sequence. The overhauls that makes House Dagon dungeons incredibly horrorish. I think they're already horrorish, but I would definitely welcome more, more extreme examples. Okay, so we also have a bow upgrade right now, a dwarven bow. Don't mind if I do. And what else can we get? Maybe we should actually buy some orcish arrows. Like the best arrows I got at the moment are just steel arrows. You know what? I'm actually gonna do that. Alright, other than that, let's see if there's any gear that we would like. So the gear that we're looking for is primarily things that improves conjuration or archery. And I think archery, and by archery I mean like bow damage. And I think I prioritize bow damage over conjuration. So I'm not gonna buy this steel helmet of conjuring, but this is the kind of gear set that I'm interested in. Alright, so nothing here, but at least we got a bow upgrade, some more arrows. I might actually want to sell some of these. Yeah, let's actually sell, or I guess give away our iron arrows. I guess I can just drop them here in case I want to go back and get them for whatever reason. Yeah, let's just offload some things and let's move on. Found it. It's an actual showcase for the mod, 5 minutes long. Wanna watch it together here, or should I put it in Discord? I mean, we can watch it together here for a little while, you know, like maybe like the first 30 seconds or something. Or if you're interested, of course. I would be super interested to see what kind of dream sequences you could see.
Take a look.
And at the moment, we're basically just doing some inventory management here, because this just improves alteration. This is good, but I think we have a better robe. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep the sneaking gear set in case I need it. I wonder if this is good. I'd love to watch it too. The link is in Discord. Okay, just give me one second, and I'm just gonna sell this, and we'll take a look. At this point, I might actually need to sell some of my potions. But for now, I think it's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna clear out the inventory, and then we'll take a look. I want to keep, I guess, only the barnacle. The Elder Scrolls game suffer from a lack of role playing. I agree. I mean, that depends. You can also like approach the game from like a role-playing perspective, and like make your own role-playing, so to speak. But yeah, I would definitely agree otherwise. I would set myself for a new game to be more variable in this sense. Imagine if you could go
I've been looking for you.
oh
Got something I'm supposed to
through Skyrim, for example. As a dragon priest, and revive the cult, or lead a mythic dawn in the Oblivion games. Yes, that would be so cool. I mean, the only like choices you actually make in Elder Scrolls games is like, for instance, the choice between Stormcloak and Imperial, and the choice itself is really cool. But like more things akin to this this nature would be super cool. All right. Let me pull up this video that Eno linked, and we'll take a look at this mod for Morrowind.
Jag har gjort en polisanmälan.
Sorry about that. Just got an ad. Okay, can we improve the quality perhaps? Oh, look at this.
From his perch atop the peaks of Red Mountain, deep in the bowels of the ruins below, red eyes glow from a golden mask, and from this visage flows visions of horror, scenes of what has been, or may yet.
What happened there?
Jag skulle faktiskt rekommendera en dragförbättrare.
Ah. It's something I always complain about. You're either this or that. No other option. No middle ground. Yes. Okay, let's try this again. Sorry, I'm not sure what's happening with YouTube.
No, Morrowind, almost immediately after starting the main quest, you'll be plagued by disturbing dreams, visions coming to you as you rest. But these visions aren't so much visions as they are text boxes. There's nothing really visual or interactive about them. This morn, you'll wake inside your dreams, the scenes playing out before you in vivid and gruesome detail. A figure in a golden mask will lead you through a parade of the dead. A hall of many doors will lead into blank dark abyss, or else open upon a sinister sight.
Man, you could really make Morrowind into a horror
standing
game.
ready beneath Red Mountain,
Oh,
ready
this
to
is so
usher in a
cool.
new age of Resdania, ready to be unleashed by their lord, he who wears the mask of Dagatha. An immersive and scenic mod, Lucid Disturbing Dreams is not a large one. It contains no new quests or dungeons, just these interactive dream sequences that play out as a...
Oh man, like seeing something like this really makes me want like a horror focused like Elder Scrolls game. I think that would be really cool. And yeah, the sixth house and the dream sequences in Morrowind are all so cool.
Take a look.
And yeah, this mod really like puts them to life basically. Sure, let's just get a loss there.
Come back anytime if you need.
It's time for me to leave. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for dropping by, Getto. It's been a pleasure. Have a great one. Okay, so I guess oh, Talon is back. Perfect. So let's just keep going. I know there's a mod that turns everyone in game into a zombie. Single purpose is to survive. Okay. So at that point, it's basically just like, what's that game called? Project Zomboid, but in Morrowind. Alright, so we have cleared out our inventory a little bit. So for now, let's make sure that we take the cart to Winterhold this time around.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
In order to join... Let's make a double check. Yes, there we go, Winterhold.
All right.
And we're gonna learn a thing or two about
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
about the Elder Scroll. You know, for a game franchise to be called the Elder Scrolls, the actual scrolls themselves very seldom makes an appearance. We are very cold and stuff like that, but that is to be expected. We can, of course, always just sleep in order to make it daytime. And make our character, well, not as sleepy.
Out and then exploded. What did you do?
Oh yeah, you used a completely vanilla MV install, no open MV.
This.
Are you talking about when I played Morrowind, like way back in the day? Because I remember I did not do the like normal way of modding Morrowind.
Take a look. All right. If you're busy, sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room.
Is this the room? Yes. Right, let's sleep until morning. And if I remember correctly, there's also a merchant here in Winterhold that we can visit real quick just to sell some items before we actually get into Winterhold. I guess one like slightly annoying thing about the build that we're using is that we're basically already like online. We're done with the build. That means that there's nothing really for us to buy in the college. You would think like in a normal playthrough, you would probably just be salivating at the prospect of visiting a college full of wizards and mages, all just, let's just get rid of these arrows, all just brimming with knowledge about spells and wizard stuff. But this time around, yeah, there's nothing really we would want. Yeah, let's get rid of all of these books. Don't need them. Don't need any of these things either. There we go. And now, yes, our carry weight is very low. That's perfect. We have 2 hot cabbage soups. That's probably enough. Because the place we're gonna go to soon will be very, very cold. In fact, when I was testing this run and this build, I did die once from just weather, and this is the place where I died, or rather, when you're traveling north of the college.
It is, but what it would seem that not just a small test, if you will, dragon. It's been so. I would be most impressed to see that.
Okay.
How did you do that? Greetings. Welcome to the College of Winterhold. If you can pass the test.
But didn't I do it?
Dragon. It's been so. I would be most. So the stories.
Ah, there we go.
You are dragon.
Yes, I am.
If it's true, and you do.
But what the hell? I have already showed you.
Would you mind showing me? I've never seen it firsthand. That gave me the shivers.
Okay. Is that good enough?
So the stories normally.
There we go. Okay.
I think I'll lead you across the bridge.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize, but technically you're actually joining this faction.
So the stories are true.
Something is odd with this NPC. Shout her off the bridge. I don't want to create any enemies, but that would be very fun. Okay, let's remove this and let's just keep going. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the college storyline, but for now we have access, which is perfect. Exactly what we want. I wondered if you're using a shout on someone, is that considered to be an attack? Pretty sure it is.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Here we go. The college storyline is all right, I'd say, in this game. I like the first parts of the storyline because you definitely feel more of like a student or an apprentice or something.
You are disrupt now. Do you require assistance? As a matter, he hold him since the. I've heard whispers.
Can't I? Yeah, I'm looking for an Elder Scroll. That is an attack. Yeah, there we go. Unlike Morrowind, there's no consequences to joining a faction. Yeah, and in Morrowind, there's only a consequence. No, that's not true. I was gonna say it's only a consequence if you join a noble house, but that's not true because I know, for instance, that the Fighters Guild and the Thieves Guild they have some conflicts, which is nice. But I would like more of like it's weird to say, but I would like more restrictions in my Elder Scrolls game.
You think that it would be kept under the highest? What about? I'll bring everything. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. Until next time.
So now we're getting a book from you, is that it? I don't remember exactly like the sequence here in this main story quest, but I know that you will be directed to a wizard that is a servant of what's that Daedric prince called? Hermias Mora or something like that. Okay, can I ask you? Yes, there we go.
He's been gone for a long... Somewhere... He said he found... haven't
Yeah,
heard
that's the
from
guy.
him since.
Okay, there we go. Now we got everything we need from the college. And as I said, like we're gonna head to almost the most northern part of Skyrim, which means that it's gonna be very cold. But luckily we have hot cabbage soup. And I agree with you, you know, that does not sound super delicious. But it will warm us up, luckily. Okay, so let's just take a look on where we're going. Okay, so we're just gonna run over the lake here that's frozen, and the Septimus guy is over there. There will be some wolves on the way, I remember. So what we can do... Well, I might be wrong. But if there are wolves, we can just kill them first, warm up, and then go for the actual run. Let's see. Yeah, over there. Well, maybe they won't attack. Well, they will attack on the way back, I just realized. You know what, I'm gonna just take my time here and kill this dude. I think that's I think this is safer. And they are just normal wolves. Perfect. Alright, yeah, ignore what I said. I'm just gonna go for it. And falling into the water now is not good. Because the water is freezing. Meaning if we fall down, our health bar, that is already decreasing quite rapidly, because we are very cold, as the game tells us. Yeah, it's gonna decrease even faster. So I'm just gonna equip a torch to become a bit warmer, and then I'm just gonna book it. And as I said, we have hot cabbage soup in case something goes super wrong and we need to get warmer. As a lore nerd, I love this quest. This is a quest where you essentially find a giant version of Morwyn's Dwemer puzzle box. That is true, come to think of it. I just like the fact that the Dwemer are just part of the game and the main story. Okay, we can't go across here, unfortunately. So we just go around. Because the Dwemers are really cool. After you play Morrowind, you definitely get an idea of what they are. Okay, this could be tricky. I might actually... Okay, I think I didn't... Like, it looked like I was in the water, but I don't think the game, like, registered it as such. And these guys are... I think they're friendly as long as you're not getting too close. He did believe the box contained the heart of Lorcan, poor fool. Well, then it's definitely a callback to the older games, for sure. Okay, the entrance is just there. And as you can see, the weather is really cold. We have already lost almost half of our main, our maximum hit points. And the screen is going super bright and white at the moment, and that's just part of the effect. But yeah, we didn't have to fight or anything, so we can just head inside. Alright, there we go. And unfortunately, there's no heat source inside either. So there's really no way to actually escape the cold. Or I say that, just like that there is a heat source. Okay, I guess I'm a big liar. But if that's the case, I'm just gonna stand here for a couple of seconds just to warm up a little bit before we head out again. And here we have the puzzle box. Okay, let's see. As long as you can see the sun symbol that's right there on the screen, you know that you're warming up. Or at least that the temperature is a bit higher. I think? Yeah. And hopefully that will make it so that we don't need to eat our hot cabbage soup on our way back. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. I'm not getting warmer at a fast rate though. Warmer but still chilly. Maybe this is enough. Hello.
But I cannot hear. Well, on the cosmological scale, one block lifts. Not in the. Have you heard of?
I have heard of Blackreach. Well, not in game, but in real life.
Trust Septimus. He knows you can know.
Okay, now we have the quest, right? Yeah, recover the Elder Scroll. Alright. And as I said, like, this is probably the longest dungeon in the main story that we'll have to do right now. It's not the hardest, but it's not the easiest either. But yeah, it's definitely the length that that is noticeable. But it's a very cool dungeon, so I don't really mind it. Blackreach is one of the coolest areas in the game, in my opinion. It reminds me a bit of the Underdark from Dungeons and Dragons, except that it's filled with like Dwemer machines rather than, I don't know, drow elves and stuff like that. Yeah, I really like it. I know that Blackreach has kind of a reputation, because it feels like every time you're inside a Dwemer ruin, you just end up in Blackreach all of a sudden. And I get there's some truth to that for sure, but I like it. Okay, we can just move through here. I think it's better to just retrace our steps that we took, just to avoid any enemies. I know there's like, yeah, you can already see a red dot over there, and there seems to be a skeleton, because there is like a Draugr like tomb or whatever here. All right, cool. I never had trouble with food in survival mode. I could always loot. I always looted every inn I could find for food and cooked it on the spot. That would be considered stealing, I guess, but I'm not sure if that's something you care about. But yeah, in terms of food, I've never really had any issues either, because you can always just buy the food, as I've done throughout this playthrough. The cold, however, now that's a bit trickier, because if it's like nighttime and during a blizzard, or if you like accidentally fall into a frozen lake, now that could spell disaster for you. Also, I have had some trouble with the like fatigue or sleeping or whatever it's called. Specifically in Skuldafen, because there isn't like a single bedroll or whatever to be found in that dungeon. So you better make sure that your character has slept before you enter Skuldafen, because yeah, you're not gonna sleep until you're done, basically. But at the same time, you have plenty of time to get through the dungeon with the magicka bar you do get, so it's all good. And also, if like sleeping, I think only affects your magicka. So if you're playing a warrior, I guess you don't really need to sleep at all, unless there are like other side effects that I'm not aware of. Okay, so we did manage to get through here without using any hot food. That's good. But we still need to enter a building and just warm up. So let's do that. And then, if I remember correctly, there isn't any cart to be found in Winterhold. So we actually need to move using our legs to get to Winterhold if we want to fast travel. I think. Oh no, never mind. The entrance to the dungeon is right here. Okay, so we're just gonna go to the dungeon straight away then. All right, fair enough. Again, it's a good thing that we did save the hot cabbage, so that we can use it on our little journey here. And Talon is with us. That's good in case we're facing any other enemies. Eno, would you say that Skyrim is better with survival mode on or not?
Still hasn't answered your last several requests.
For me personally, I'm not sure if I would say that it's better, but it's definitely more immersive. And that I really like. Well, we've already spoken a bit about role-playing in Elder Scrolls games, and that sometimes it feels like you would more like more opportunities for role-play. And I think I think survival mode really hits the nail on the head with making, well, your character feel more like a character, like someone, yeah, who needs to eat, sleep, and all that stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna wait until we are like properly warm. I think it's the next stage. Yeah, there we go. Now we are warm. Cool. Alright then. Next stop on our journey is Alftand. This is very similar to an actual Swedish word, which translates to elf tooth. Well, not similar. It literally translates to elf tooth. Assuming, I guess, you treat the word alf as elf, which I do. I think it's actually right over there, the entrance, because, or maybe not. I know that there are like several like elevators you can take to get to Blackreach. I don't think that's where the game is taking us at the moment, but maybe that is one of the elevators you can take. To get to where you want to go. Okay, this seems to be an event of sorts. Yeah, we're just going straight ahead. Maybe we could outrun the event. we'll see. This could potentially be like a bandit camp. Oh no, this is related to the Mage Guild questline, right? Yes, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is where you find what are they called? Like the Sijic monks, or whatever they're called. Okay, we keep on going. Don't mind me. Just passing through. You kids have fun. Yeah, alright. The mammoth won. That's just a fox. Alright, cool. Trying to climb. Yeah, it works. It works. Slowly, but it works. I don't remember the layout of this dungeon very well. All I know is that it's long. Here we have one of these guys again. I'm just gonna summon a Flame Atronach just to keep it busy, and then just move past. And we're about to enter the dungeon. When I heard of the Sijic monks the first time, I hoped they were psychic monks. I was disappointed, yeah. I mean, you don't really interact with them that much, I guess. I mean, you do get the visions, or the projections, or whatever they're called. But that's basically about it. I remember that they are used a bit more in Elder Scrolls Online. Okay, I'm trying to find the entrance. Should I go up or down? I think it's up. I'm not entirely sure. But how do I get up? Okay, now we're getting very cold. Let's do one of these. I'm not sure how often the Sijic monks are like mentioned in the lore and stuff. But they seem to be like super important, at least when you talk to them in the major skill quest line. And even though I know that they're mentioned in the Elder Scrolls Online game, I don't know like to which extent. Okay, here we have one of those elevators. I wonder if you can just take the elevator right away, or if you need like a key or something. I was playing Elder Scrolls Online when they released a DLC about something Stygic. Oh, there you go! Yeah, you can't enter here at all. Okay, cool. How far did you get in Elder Scrolls Online? I have played it too, but not a lot. Oh, I probably need to jump down here, right? Let's see. Yes, there we go. And it's very nice that we again managed to do this without eating any hot food, so we can keep it for later. Ah, it's still cold. Oh, I don't remember like the first kind of enemies that you're facing. As I said, like you do face Falmers down here, which of course means that you're also facing their pets, the Chorus or Chorus or whatever they're called. But I don't remember if you start off by facing them or if you start off by facing the Dwemer. Oh, if I remember correctly, there's like a little storyline you can get to know here, where there are like some guys. I forgot what the story was about, but they're like smugglers who have used this place before, or like skooma dealers or something like that. But then like one of them got basically crazy. Yeah, that. Okay, yeah, we are definitely heading into Dwemer territory. Yeah, here we go. And the annoying thing about the Dwemer is that they tend to like emerge from holes in the walls and stuff. So they tend to take you by surprise. Let's see. But Talon is with us. We have a conjuration spell loaded up in our right hand. We definitely have everything we need to face whatever the game throws at us. Okay, so we need to get through here. Yeah, these kind of like... Fucking jump scare, man. I played for quite a while, definitely long enough to explore a large chunk of the game. Okay, cool. Would you say that the game is worth playing for the story and the lore revelations, or you know, maybe just for the game itself, of course, as well? Hello. Okay, that time I jump scared this guy. Right, but the workers, they are very easily killed. When we get to like the Centurions and the other guys, whatever they call, the ones with range attacks, then it's a bit more dangerous. Whoop. I definitely need to be more careful when going through this dungeon. If I keep getting ambushed by these guys, I will definitely lose this run sooner rather than later. But as I said, like, I don't remember the layout of the game, or of the dungeon, I mean. Not sure. It was like 8 years ago. Fair enough. I mean, I guess that's essentially how long ago it was for me as well when I played Elder Scrolls Online. And I remember that everything. The only thing I did was basically just doing dungeons. And I got to like level 30 or something, and then I quit. So I probably did not. I did not approach the game in the best way possible. I'll say that. There we go. Teldrin, he's dead. Okay, you can stop. He's dead. It's okay, dude. It's okay. You don't. I'm not sure what's happening here, but yeah, Teldrin really doesn't like this guy. All right then. I can't be too sure. I guess so. Never change, Teldrin. Never change. Alright, I would prefer him to actually follow me. So if I drag Yasari here. Hey, you managed to catch some of the stream still. Super weak. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, I missed you. We missed you. But I'm happy that you're here. But of course, you don't have to stress about catching the stream or anything. As long as you're enjoying the content in any way you prefer, then we're super happy. But how has your weekend been, Super of the Week? Okay, Teldrin, something is. Oh, you're enjoying the stream from the airport. Okay, cool. Sounds like someone is going on a little travel. Or have been on a travel, maybe. Okay, so Teldrin has completely lagged out. Okay, maybe we can talk to him? No. Alright, I guess we're on our own. And as you can see, Super of Week, we are rapidly approaching Blackreach. Oh, you're on the way to visit family in Asia. Cool, cool. Man, that's gonna be quite a journey then. I've never been to Asia myself. I visited Turkey as a kid with my family, but that's as far as I've gotten. Yeah, these guys are a bit more dangerous. Oh, they're chasing me. They're chasing me. Teldrin, wake up, wake up. Okay, that fixed him. That fixed him. Good, good. Man, if this sphere had a crossbow... Oh, it does. I'm not sure why he didn't use it against me. I like the fact that you can see the arrows basically just bouncing off its body. But I'm dealing damage, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Alright, Teldrin, you're the best. Ooh, a level up. Nice. At least you can get back all of your arrows as they're just bouncing off their hard exterior. That's good. I'm just looting for later. I just now realized that, of course, we have all the DLCs installed, so technically we can use a crossbow if we're starting the, what is it called, the Dawnguard DLC. I don't think I've ever used a crossbow when playing Skyrim. I haven't done the Dawnguard DLC, so I mean I've completely missed that part. Right, we keep moving on. Yeah, but maybe like using a stealth archer like build, but with a crossbow rather than a bow would be good. Fucking hell, my back. What's happening, you know? Is your old age catching up with you?
What's our next move?
I think I literally went down to like 1 HP there. I am not even sure what happened. Like what dealt damage? I spent the last 20 minutes tossing my kids in the air. Oh, it's only about 8 kilos, but she's 18. Okay, yeah, doing that for a while can definitely wear you out. That sounds pretty cute, though. I literally thought I lost the run right there. But I still don't really know what happened. Like, is it safe to go back in? Like, what's happening? Does anyone know what actually happened there? I didn't see a pressure plate or anything. Okay. I see a little tube there, so I'm expecting something to pop out. Okay, we have a walker ahead of us there. Yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna head back. There was an explosion again! What am I missing? Okay, some of these explosions are just the flame Atronex dying. That I know. But I feel like there is like some sort of fire trap thing going on at the moment that I'm just not understanding. Oh man, I don't wanna die like this. Not sure what's happening. I don't know how I can adjust. Okay, but I'm taking it slow. What dungeon is this again? This is Alftand. I can show you on the main map. Here we go, Alftand. With a bunch of locked chests, it seems. Oh, come on. Well, I don't have that many lockpicks. There we go. Maybe this is actually a waste of time. You know what? I'm gonna save my lockpicks. I also don't want to increase my lockpicking skill, so I think it could be fine to not loot everything. I see one of the workers over there. Not hostile, it seems. We can we can fix that. Just don't turn around, my little guy. There we go. Okay. I see this pressure plate at the very least, so I'm not gonna step on that. Okay, which way do you take here? Okay, you need to unlock like a door. I'm just gonna go this way and we'll see if this is the right one. Again, I don't remember the layout of this dungeon at all. So I'm just permanently in crouch mode. You can also sleep here for a little while, just to level up and also to regain some magicka. So yeah, the fact that we have put all our points into help literally saved the run for just a couple of seconds ago, or minutes ago. I'm still not sure what happened, and that's bugging me. Because I want to ensure that doesn't happen again. Okay, only 2 more levels until we can get another perk there. Oh, and we're still not quite ready to get the stealth perk. Okay, we are now refreshed. Okay, we continue on. Man, I feel like I'm a bit more locked in now at the moment, so I guess that's good. I think I hear something. How does a Diablo 2 hardcore round sound? You know, I've been playing too much D2 lately. I haven't even played like a normal run of D2, so I think I would start with that, like doing a casual playthrough. But I haven't played Diablo 2, but I have played Diablo 3. And Diablo 2 is a game I would like to check out at some point, given the fact that they did make a remaster not too long ago. Well, I guess at this point it's probably like a year or two since they made this remaster. But that's one of the classics, right? Isn't there a pressure plate / button in the lower left corner? You know what? Let's actually make a save and let's take a look at this clip. Thank you so much for clipping that part, Hi Locus, so that we can take a look. D2 is the best of all, and D2R is actually great. Yeah, so I guess there is an incentive for me to play it. And I remember a picture posted in Discord a while ago. You laid out all of the Diablo games that you have played. that was really cool. But yeah, I would like to play D2 at some point. Okay, so Hi Locus. There isn't a pressure plate in the bottom left corner. Okay, let's see. Okay, can I increase the quality perhaps? Is this the pressure plate? Wait. I mean, maybe? It's very hidden, if that's the case. Oh man, I was so close to dying there. DTR has an awesome feature where if you press G, you instantly toggle to the old graphics, 4x3 resolution and low quality sounds, and goes from 3D to 2D. A bit higher, the round thing. Okay, let's see. I mean, wouldn't you want to just play with the better graphics? Okay, let's see. The round thing. This thing. But isn't this like a pile, just a pile of rocks? They did the same thing with StarCraft Remastered. I didn't even know that they have a StarCraft Remastered. The only other game I've seen do that is Halo in the Master Chief Collection. Also, you stream on 720p, so no better quality. Fair enough. Maybe that's something I should change. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But it definitely was. Definitely was scary. I'm old. I love the old graphics. It's what I grew up with. But yeah, I only play in HD. Fair enough. I mean, if you have played these games before, then I definitely understand that you would like to. You would like to play them with the old graphics for nostalgia, if nothing else. Apparently there was a little worker spider. I'm not sure where it's going, but I'm not gonna follow it. Oh, there's another one right there. Okay, everyone is just falling down. I guess that's fine by me. I used to spend waking nights in the internet cafes with strangers, so just LAN partying D2. How? The way I know that Diablo has like multiplayer features and stuff, but in my like impression of Diablo is that it's basically a single player game. Like, what kind of like multiplayer features are there really? Okay, we're going deeper. Teldron is not with us, unfortunately. Maybe that's actually something we should ensure before we move on. So he was down here, right, fighting. Okay, now I can't see him at all. I guess we're on our own now. It can be played multiplayer, start to finish. Okay, okay. And is that like the intended experience or like the best experience? Oh, now he's with us. Weird. Okay, we have these little rooms on the side. I'm just gonna make sure that they equip the right spell. So far so good. Back in the day, you had single player, open multiplayer, which basically means you host the game and other joins your IP, and Battle.net, which is the official Blizzard servers. Okay. Oh yeah, one of you needs to be the host. So it's more like a single player, or rather like a co-op experience, right? Like if you compare it to say World of Warcraft. It's more like one player hosts the game, and everyone joins that player like single player session essentially, and they're all able to fight. And I guess they can also like loot the items that that drops and stuff. And I guess you can just. I know that there are like multiple like difficulty settings in Diablo, so I guess like a way to like balance it is to just play on a harder difficulty. Wait, where does this lead? Just a chest, okay. I don't know who this guy is. I assume he has a lot of stories and lore. It's actually a neat documentary. You should. Oh wait, now you only have single player. Wait, there's an enemy. Ooh, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Yeah. You only have single player and Battle.net, which may sound like Blizzard being assholes, but it makes sense because there's a rich history of hacking items into BNet by exploiting open multiplayer. Aha. Actually, a neat documentary. You should watch it if you're technically curious. I am technically curious to a certain extent. Like, I'm not a game developer by any means. So I'm not sure how much I would understand. The ES Dwarven lore is super interesting. I agree 100%. And one thing I really like about what they did with this Skyrim is that they added Dwemer ruins into the game. I mean, Oblivion, for all its greatness, they did kinda just like the world of Oblivion is basically just like a regular fantasy world, right? Whereas Morrowind and to some extent Skyrim does have more, I guess, cooler elements to it. And Dwemer is really one of those things that's really neat. Okay, are you gonna spawn from here perhaps? And yes you are. I really like the fact that if you there is like a quest you can do for a guy in the Mages College. I've forgotten his name, but the guy who's basically researching the Dwemer and their disappearance, and you can actually get keening as an item in Skyrim. I don't remember how good or bad it is, but it's just really cool that you can just get it. Like such a legendary item, and it's just part of like a random side quest. Also, did you ever meet the snow elf in Skyrim? I don't think so. I mean, you're not talking about like generic Falmers, right? You're talking about someone else. Have I? I don't think so. I feel like I should have remembered. Okay, and I see the pressure plates here, and I'm fully aware that Telrin does not see them. So hopefully we can just move past these without dying. So I'm just gonna do this. Okay, wasn't necessary. Which snow elf are you talking about? Maybe or is that like a hidden NPC somewhere? Okay, now we're here. There's an actual snow elf left. Very cool also. Really? I guess that's one quest I haven't done. Do you mind telling me where you could find him? I assume it's in one of these like ruins. Oh, where? I can't remember the quest name. Need to check. Okay. And where did my flamey go? If you remember, I was talking about a bug in the Thalmor embassy, where the Flame Atronach spell is like bugged out, and the thing you're actually summoning is summoned on a different floor. I think that is what's happening right now, unfortunately. But luckily for us, we have Telrin that can act essentially as a summon, meaning he can like tank some hits for us. Ooh, our damage is quite good actually. What are you doing, Telrin? He is at the Forgotten Vale. Forgotten Vale. Forgotten Vale. I'm trying to remember the name. I don't know where that is. I assume there's a dungeon somewhere. Wait, what do we get? Ah, only 15% archery, unfortunately. Whereas our Cal Mask does 20%. Okay, we continue down. This is also a very cool place. You can actually fall down and survive, assuming you actually put on Become Ethereal before you jump, and also that become ethereal actually lasts long enough that you can actually hit the ground and not die. You can't actually use become ethereal mid-air. Okay, I'm gonna use a lockpick here. So yeah, you have to either use like a stronger version of become ethereal or just not fall all the way down. I really like the fact that you can retrieve every arrow that you shoot when fighting these guys. Okay, this does not seem to be the right way. Unless you no, this is just an expert gate. I'm not gonna bother with that. Okay. So I assume you have to like jump down here, perhaps. Unless there's a path that I'm not seeing. Oh, I see a red dot on the compass. Yeah, someone has had a bad time over there. But where's the enemy? Is it below us, perhaps? Or above us? Do I need to jump down? Guess I'm just going for it. I did take some damage, but it's all good. Oh, I guess you're supposed to jump down if Telrin did it as well. But now what? I mean, I guess we can jump down again. I'm just kind of worried about an enemy turning up behind us. Okay, let's that's our first encounter with a Falmer. Let's just not go there. Okay, this is probably a trap, so I'm just gonna jump over it. Okay, this guy we cannot. Where can I go? I don't want to aggro the guy above us. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about the guy above. Okay, this is kind of a tricky situation to be in. There's so many of them. Telrin, like if you actually did some fighting, that would be great. Okay, I'm just gonna resummon this thing and equip my bow. Oh, I don't want anyone to sneak up behind us. That would be so bad. Okay, this guy is almost dead. Okay, good. You got him, Telrin. Yes. Perfect. And where's the net? Ah, it's so weird to use the compass. Okay, so Telrin is looking up. Oh, but I see that guy. Okay, let's create another one of these. I mean, it's so good that we have Telrin with us here. Otherwise, this would be very, very nerve-wracking. Okay, based on the eye, we can at least see that we're not completely discovered yet. And these are just regular Falmers. Okay, there was another enemy in front of us. Yes, we are taking damage on our summon. Good crit. I don't want to get hit by a stray arrow, so I'm playing it a bit safe. Nice! Okay, we're hidden now. Good. Alright. And these guys, they do have arrows. Perfect, so we can get some. Ooh, and I wonder how good these bows are. Ah, they are just as good as a dwarven bow. They only weigh a bit more, so I'm not gonna loot them. Alright, good to know. But I guess if we do find like an enchanted bow, then that would definitely be an upgrade. Okay, no more enemies in the nearby vicinity, man. There's so many places where you can just instantly die from traps and stuff. I kind of like that because you really need to be on your toes, man. Okay, here we have another like fire thing going on. I guess this is where you're supposed. Can you jump down to avoid the fire? I mean, technically yes. I think this is the path you're supposed to take. Yeah, we just sneak on, and we're being careful. Still not dealing a ton of damage, but that's fine. Yeah, if we did have like a huge poison supply that dealt a lot of damage, then that would be really useful. Oh, shoot, I guess. Come on. Okay, he's not looking at us, so that's good. Okay. I mean, this entire dungeon experience will probably be quite draining. There you go. So many places where you could die, as I just mentioned. And we haven't even found any shores yet. Oh, however you pronounce their name. Okay, here we go. Now, all these fire things should work in our favor here, I think. Maybe? Yes. They do take a little bit of damage. Okay, the fire squad is doing its thing. Good, good. Come on. Easy peasy. Okay, okay. Oh, one more, one more. Oh, where are you? There you are. It's a good thing you can just avoid all the traps by doing this. Let's make sure that we summon our flamey a bit closer. Like so. Now they are aware of our presence. Okay. This might not be the hardest dungeon, but it's definitely one that I enjoy. Given like just the sheer quantity of enemies just being distributed quite liberally around the place. Okay, here we have an elevator, I think. I'm pretty sure this elevator leads to the surface. Yeah, I'm still fighting in my very cowardly way. Oh, 3 of them. I want to keep them all in front of me, if at all possible. And okay, this is actually looking quite quite interesting. I'm gonna resummon this thing because I noticed that our summon had we're running out of health there. Okay, one of the skulkers are dead. Good. Telrin is at half health. That's fine. As long as Telrin doesn't die, I think we're good. Oh, speaking of which. Okay, let's make sure that the right... Yeah, our Flamey has aggro, that's good. And Telrin is back, but he's down again. I don't want to accidentally kill him, but that's fine. Okay, good, alright. Yeah, like, as I said, like, this might not be the hardest place, but it something's definitely happening here. You're definitely getting gameplay. Alright, cool.
Despite the foul beings that infest this place, I'm certain we'll find plenty of wealth to make it worth our time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this just leads to the top. There are multiple of these, like... No? Wait, where are we? No, no, this is... Yeah, this is the way back. But if you just continue on there, you just retrace your steps, basically. Okay, I was kind of expecting the elevator to take you to the very top. That doesn't seem to be the case. In that case, where are you supposed to go? What happened to the sound? Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is the right way. Okay. This seems to be either the bottom or very close to the bottom. Okay, 4 enemies at the same time, based on the compass. As long as I'm not doing anything stupid, they should be fine. And it's a good thing that we haven't leveled that much, because we're not really facing any like... Oh, don't fall down, please. Yeah, we're not facing like special versions of the Falmers. Like, whatever you do, don't fall down, because then you're not tanking for us. Okay, that's good. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, Spider is dead. I see you. And I missed, apparently. Oh, don't attack me. Yeah, gonna make sure to eat some things. There we go. I just realized right now I should probably be using keybinds. But to be honest, I don't actually remember how to activate keybinds in Skyrim. I'm 99% sure there is a way. I'm not sure why I'm getting multiple sneak attacks, but I guess I'll take it. Okay. Are we at the bottom now? Did not mean to pick up this sword. Can't you add shortcuts to favorites? Let's experiment. So, favorite. While in game, press Q to open the favorites menu, which allows you to quickly use or equip items you marked as favorite. Like favorite first, then open the favorite menu and add shortcuts there. Okay, let's actually take a look. So these are the two things I basically switch around from. And if I... and that... Yeah, this will probably save us some time. Thank you so much, Locus. I probably should have done this like a couple of episodes ago. but yeah, because I keep switching between the summon and the bow, right? Alright, cool. Oh man, no, we're actually going further down. Okay, but all I see here is a door. I do see this trap, it's super obvious. There we go. Okay, now we're getting to a cathedral. Right, we haven't made it to Blackreach just yet, but I'm pretty sure we're close. Okay, just oh wait. Oh, speaking of favorites, you know what? We can also do this. We can add Whirlwind Sprint and become ethereal. These could actually save a life. What? Oh. Did get some damage on us there. Yeah, like me. Damn. Me. Okay, now. Even though I've added keybinds, I have it like in my muscle memory to open the inventory, which is not good because it takes like 0.1 seconds to actually open inventory, but that's more than enough time to die to some bullshit. And apparently he's not happy with my flame matronac. There we go. Alright, we continue on. I don't like these open areas. There could be enemies anywhere. Like there, for instance. Okay, I'm being as careful as I can possibly be, okay? Sneak attack. Oh, did not mean to open the comfort command there. Oh yeah! Now I finally realize why I can get multiple sneak attacks on these guys. Or I think I do at least. Because these are supposed to be blind, right? So they only hear the enemies they're facing. So in theory, if they haven't heard me and they're taking damage from distance, then I'm technically still undiscovered. At least that's a theory. I have no idea if that's actually how it works. Okay, there's the lever. Is this the place where we find the first Centurion? I vaguely remember it looking like something like this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. No. Yes. Yes. And the Centurion is actually not the most scary enemy there is. I mean, it's tanky, but it's only one of them. And as long as we have our friends, all will be well. The power of friendship, everyone. This could also be one of those enemies that are impossible to stagger, I realized. Okay, I'm gonna just switch position to here so I'm not getting hit by the steam. This is a very cool enemy in terms of design, right? They are very large and intimidating. Oh, and you're getting grand soul gems out of them as well. Filled with a grand soul. Man, if I did have like any enchanting skill, this is where it could have been useful. Okay, I think we're done here, right? I'm just gonna... That's a scared looking mushroom. I think I'm just gonna quickly go to the sides here, and there's a chest. I'm not gonna bother with an apprentice lock.
Let's just get out of here. Hasn't there been enough down?
Just waiting for me to turn my back.
I totally forgot about these guys. I know that we have faced like dead adventurers in this dungeon, and I'm pretty sure all of them have like their own like journal or whatever, and that these two are mentioned. And as long as they're fighting each other, they're not fighting us. So let's make sure that they have basically the same amount of HP. So that once we kill one of them, we kill both of them, basically. Okay, this guy is using restoration magic, so we probably should put in more arrows into him. Let's also do this. We're getting a lot of skill points doing this as well. Okay, one down. You might yield, but unfortunately I'm not in a charitable mood there, Sola. There we go. Okay, nice, nice, nice. It's a good shield. Some nice items for sure. Is this a unique shield? I don't think I've seen this before. Does bleed damage when bashing. Interesting. Not that I'm gonna be using it, but it's cool nonetheless. Okay, here we go. Oh, this area is so cool, man. This is literally like the Underdark from Dungeons and Dragons, but the Underdark is a really cool area as well. It's like you're underwater, but not. I love this place, man. Ah, so serene. My friends, this is the scene that I'm gonna leave you with as we're finishing this episode. Because I'm gonna be back tomorrow to stream some more. I think tomorrow will be the last Skyrim stream, to be honest. Because we're very, very close to the end here. And we just need to do, the Black Ridge portion of the dungeon and then get the Elder Scroll. Well, will the next stream be the last? There won't be any more dungeons except for Skuldafen next time, but there is gonna be a lot of running back and forth just to talk to people and stuff. Yeah, tomorrow might be the last Skyrim stream, but no guarantees. If you need a new game, have you played Enderal? Are you referring to the Skyrim overhaul mod? I have not played it, but I have been looking at it a little bit. Yeah, that's the one. No, that looks really interesting, I must say. But I have not played it yet. It is in my Steam wishlist, if I remember correctly. I'd be down to try that one, absolutely. I've actually tried but not finished the earlier game that they made. They made a game called Nerim. That's a Oblivion overhaul mod. But yeah, that's a good suggestion. It's a fun mod if you want more Skyrim. I'd be down. I haven't really considered what to play after this challenge is done. But we'll figure it out. I'm absolutely gonna ask for suggestions. So yeah, I'll bear Enderal in mind. But yes, we're gonna continue on tomorrow. We're definitely gonna finish Black Reach tomorrow, or die. That's always a possibility. And maybe we'll finish the entire run. We'll see. Either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. That's for sure. But yeah, if you want to continue on and follow this journey, then tomorrow at 6 PM Central European Time will be the next time we stream. Drop a follow if you want to get notified when I go live. Yeah, with all that being said, wherever you are in the world, hopefully you're doing good, hopefully you're doing great. Hopefully you're playing some video games and having a great time, and hopefully we together can have a great time going forward with some more Skyrim. We're definitely nearing the end now. I'm very cautious and worried that I'll die, but hopefully we can avoid it to the very end. Hi Loco, Super of the Week, everyone in chat, 4/0, Comedy Spiegel, like everyone, and everyone not chatting as well. Thank you so much for being here. It's super nice. I truly, truly appreciate it. And with that being said, save it out.